Hi, my name is Björn and I'm the CEO of Moodup. I wanted to show you the administrator dashboard to give you an overview of the key functionality. So when you have an account for Moodup, you can log in here in the top right corner. And to get access, you need to be invited by your HR manager or your boss. So managers can only log in once they have been invited by someone else at the workplace. So someone has to give you access to the results. So let's say you already have access, then you log in here using your username and password, or you can sign it in with Microsoft Single Sign-On. So let's use username and password, and here we have like a dummy account just showing what everything would look like for a real customer. So first we see an overview, and here is like information about me, the company, my team, the company logo, and also any notifications I might have. And here we can see like recent surveys. There was like a custom survey last week. There will be a pulse survey in 2 days, and there will be a manager review next week. So these are different types of surveys you can schedule in Moodup. And here is the main component of this homepage, and this shows you shortcuts to all of the main reports. So the blue ones are numerical reports for our pulse surveys. The green one is written feedback from employees, and the red ones are administrative reports, like managing the list of employees or the list of managers, or scheduling different types of surveys, or editing the settings for the organization. So let's just check them out one by one and go through them. So to open the overview report, you can either click it directly here, or you can go to the results tab at the top and click overview here. So when we do that, we can see the first report, and this is a report showing the overall results of the pulse surveys. So the main score is here, it's 8.4, and this is 0.7 above the benchmark. And the benchmark is other workplaces in Moodup, and you can adjust the benchmark to be based either on all industries or your specific industry. So we can see the benchmark here is 7.7, and we are above it, so it's green now. But last month it was yellow because it was below it, and red here because it was significantly below the benchmark. So this is how it changes. And we can also see the employee NPS score, and this segments the engagement value based on whether employees are detractors. Detractors are defined as people who answer below 6 on average, neutrals, or promoters. And then we have participation. You can see the response rate and how many were surveyed. And lastly, on the overview page, you can also see which questions got the highest result and which ones got the lowest result. You can switch between here, and you can see like, do you want to see relative scores compared to the benchmark or the absolute scores? So this is the overview page, and then for all of the reports, we have filters here. Here on the right, we have a filter for the team, and this is like based on your organization chart. And this can be as many steps up and down as you want. Here we only have one step, 5 different teams, and then you can switch, okay, these are the results for customer support, these are the results for fulfillment, this is for production. So you can always change it to see the result for different teams. You can also have segments. I will show you that later. For example, if you only want to see results for people who are new, or for some other background variables such as gender or age. And we also have a time selection. So you can either view results from like here we have the last 3 months, and this aggregates the answers over the last 3 pulse surveys if you have them monthly. So you have more data, and this is very valuable if you have smaller teams. Then you have a bigger question count, because the pulse surveys are short, because they are designed to be convenient, and this of course can make it less, then you have like fewer data points for small teams, and then you can have like a longer time period if you want to like get good results or accurate results. But for like bigger teams, you can also just look at only the very latest survey, or like an old survey, or even choose your own period. And then we also offer both benchmarks, which is the benchmarks I showed you earlier, or outcomes, and these are like absolutes. So you have like 7 and above is strong, or like a strength. The operational values are from 6 to 7, and action values are below 6. But we recommend the benchmarks because some questions are score higher in general. Like questions about commitment are usually quite high, whereas questions about fairness or promotions are usually a bit lower. So the benchmark view gives you like a good relative score. So it's like corrected for whether the question is difficult or easy. So let's check out the next report, and this is the drivers. So we have developed a methodology for the results that like shifts employee engagement into 10 different categories. So these categories are listed here, and you can open each one of them and like take a look at how that one is doing. And the filters are the same, the time period is the same, and you can see here, okay, we are a little bit below the benchmark here, but this question is good, this one is very bad, and then you can see the distribution also. And this is like similar to the metrics I showed you earlier, and everything is designed so that once you get like a feeling for the core concept, you don't have to like learn a different concept for every report. We try to reuse as much as possible, so it's intuitive. And then the third report is segmentation, and here we can see all of the results in one place. So here we have the workplace as a whole, and we have the participation rate, we have the overall engagement, overall net promoter score, and then the 10 different drivers that I showed you in the previous report. So this is a good way to like get an overall feeling for like what's going well and what's going less well, and you can like click anyone and like go directly to that report for that team if you want to drill down further. So this is very helpful, and these are like this is basically were the 3 blue reports. These are the numerical reports. Then the next one is the green one, and this is written feedback. So whenever an employee answers a survey, the last question in every Pulse survey is an open question, an open text question, which is optional. And the employee is asked like, what are you happy about, and what can be improved, or what can go better. And the answers to these questions, they show up here under written feedback, and you can go through them and you can react to them. So this is a very powerful feature of the dashboard because it makes these surveys interactive. So the employee writes something, and if you acknowledge the feedback in some way or like answer it via conversation, the employee receives the reply through the Moodle platform, a new notification, and then the employee knows that the managers are reading and listening to and reacting to the feedback that they are writing. So this is a very powerful way to increase employee engagement through Moodle. So let's take a look. You can either acknowledge, these are quick ways to basically tell the employee in their native language. Often, like for example, here is some feedback that's automatically translated from Polish. So this is a quick way to like react to an employee in their native language, telling them what you want to do or want to say. But you can also, like if you want more detail, you can open up a conversation and you can write Thanks for your feedback. What can be improved in your opinion? So this way you can like ask the employee to participate in the process of improving the workplace. And this we see that this has a big effect on employees that are like they are shifted from like a mental state of complaining or like being like a victim or like being helpless about their situation into like being more proactive and solutions oriented. So if the manager asks like what do you think we can do better, then the employee often has many good ideas that are actually often easy to implement. So this is a great way to like increase engagement from the employees. And if you are like an HR manager in a large organization, you can mention other managers. So let's say this one belongs to the office, so I can say, okay, let's look up all the office managers. Okay, Jonathan, he should reply to this. So I'm mentioning him here and say, Jonathan, please reply to this employee. And now that Jonathan will receive a notification and he will be asked to respond. So this is a good way to respond quickly and even triage feedback to the correct places in the organization. And you can see here mentions are added, so you can see like at a quick glance what's going on. And so this is the feedback. And then we have these 4 administrative reports. The employee list. We have a list of employees. You can open up each one, edit them, and you can add them manually. You can import an Excel document, or you can connect the employee list to your HR system. And many large workplaces do this because it saves a lot of time, because you then only have to maintain the list in one place. So this is the employee list. These are just some made up employees. And then we also have managers. And here you can invite managers. You can give managers access to like the whole workplace or only a certain team. Or you can like give them access to edit employees or not, managers or not. Can they reply to feedback, or can they send out their own surveys? That's the next thing I will show you. So this is a very powerful role-based access controls. Then we have the surveys. Here you can manage the pulse surveys. You can add your own questions to the pulse surveys. So you can, let's say you want to add like a question to your own question to the next survey. You can say, what can we, how are we doing overall? And then the person can like do this answer on a range or like with a text. And you saw that I clicked here, and it's enough for you to like fill in only one language, and you can automatically translate to all the other languages. And you can send this to everyone or just customer support team, whatever you want. Overall question, and you can queue this question so it goes automatically with the next pulse survey. So this is a powerful way to customize your pulse surveys and to see like to add your own questions if you want to know something. Here you can schedule the surveys. You can choose which months. Let's say we want to send it every month, or every other month would look like this. Some people have it every month except for July and December. You can choose your own frequency. You can choose your length, what it says on the start screen, and here you can choose the industry you want to benchmark yourself to. And in addition to the pulse surveys, we also have custom surveys and manager reviews. So custom surveys are just like the custom questions I showed you, except here you can like create like a full survey. And these settings here are adjusted for each customer, so you can select which languages are available for your account. And let's say we want to have a custom survey in English and Polish. This is about the annual festival. Can you answer a few questions about the annual festival? And let's just translate this. So it's automatically in Polish as well. And this will be sent to employees like this. And we just start then writing some questions. And we have range questions, radio questions, checkbox questions, and open text questions. And this is a powerful, another like good way to, use the employee list you already have here imported, and you can just, ask your employees about anything. You don't have to only use the Pulse surveys. And here we have the manager reviews, and they work the same as the custom surveys, except that number one, we have like a template, so you can use our templates to like ask about specific skills and strengths and weaknesses of managers, and also the reports are based on managers and not the organizational chart. So this is different from the Pulse surveys and the custom surveys, which are based on the organization. Here you get a result based on the manager. So together these three types of measurements are quite powerful for measuring the different things about your organization. And lastly, we have the settings for the organization. You can split it up into teams, as I said before. You can add sub-teams as deep as you want. You can have segments. So let's say you only want to see results for men. Then I say, okay, if gender equals male, these are 11 employees. And then I can go to the results and I can view results only for men. And then we have integrations, and we both have the MoodUp API, and this is a very powerful API that you can use to extract all results to your own systems. For example, if you have Microsoft Power BI, or if you have dashboards or TV screens in employee areas in your workplace, you can have like live results from the system there. So this is a good way to make it easier to share data with the employees, so the employees also know what's going on. And we also have, we can also connect to any HR system which has an API. So we basically connect to all major HR systems. Here are some examples of the more popular ones right now, yeah, we have added in total dozens of systems, and because all we need is a read permission from the system, and then we can import both the employee list and the organizational chart. And here we can adjust the way surveys are delivered, how the anonymity rules are adjusted, and how users can log into the system. So that concludes it for the dashboard, and I think it's mostly all of it is covered. So hopefully this gives you a good overview of how MoodUp works.